Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Good day to you. Take care now.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We can start the questioning.
Wonderful. I was almost starting to get bored.
So, let's begin. Tell him He has one and only chance to save his neck from the gallows.
You'll figure. Vana shayed a man
Huh?
Tell him I know damn well he's got stolen valuables hidden somewhere around here.
Ova shuvat stottat a cuccot, ami ötszalok tottál.
Ezt megmondhatom neked, de előbb azt áruld el, az a fekete hajú ott mellette tud-e magyarul?
Nem, et soce.
What's he saying?
Well, he seems to be resisting.
Tell him that if he tells me where it is, I'll set him free.
Na moi, hol van?
Elmondom neked, de azt a gecit, aki melletted áll, küld el valahova.
Aha, már gazdem eltenni.
Akkor jó, hogy értik egymást. Jól figyelj, azzal a nagy várossal szemben a folyónál.
Ratairadondos?
A nevét nem tudom. Egy nagy város, várfalakkal. És van ott két vár. Szemben a folyó túlpartján van egy domb. Ha a város felé nézel, van melletted egy út. Azon az úton van egy kereszteződés, egy kiégett fával. Viszonnan egy kis ösvény le a vízhez. És lent a víznél van egy kivált fakör.
És a banban?
Igen.
So? Is he saying anything?
No, not really. He just keeps swearing.
Tell him he's running out of time.
És hova küldje?
Pénzhelyét nem tudom pontosan elmondani. Így oda kell őt vinnem.
Well now, he started to talk. He says he buried the coin somewhere in the forest, but he can't describe the place exactly. He says he can take it though.
Fine. That's good enough for me.
Geci!
I'm glad to see you.
We went to interrogate that Cuman.
Is that so?
You were right. He's got coin hidden somewhere.
Ha! You see? That's the legendary Miller's instinct for you.
The only trouble is, he can't quite describe the way there to me. He wants to lead me himself.
So, what are you waiting for? Go with him. Get the money and bring it back here.
But what do I get out of it?
I'll let you have half. That's fair, isn't it?
Right, fair enough. And what to do with the Cuman afterwards?
Once you've got the coin, you can do what you like with that, heathen.
Alright. I'll get going then.
Good. And don't even think of trying anything underhand.
Don't worry, Miller.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
So, from the beginning.
A good day to you.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces are broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron. Then he plunged it into the water, and that was that.
Fine words and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. Now, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
Thank you. It was good to remember how my life used to be.
Maybe you'll have the good fortune to return to your trade.
And when you quench, there's nothing special.
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow.
You quench twice.
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time, it doesn't...
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed...
I'd like to ask you about...
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell.
Let's stop talking about... I've heard it said...
What?
They say when you take...
Spells? Take care now.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right.
Are we agreed?
I'd almost... Finally!
Jesus Christ.
I'm interested...
Uh-huh.
No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. I'd like that.
That can be arranged, but you'll...
Fine.
I'm sure you'll... Goodbye.
I'd like to...
And what is it you...
No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. I'd like that. Thank you.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. God bless.
I'm interested.
Uh-huh. That can be a...
Fine.
I'm sure you'll... God bless.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Greetings, Henry.
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that monk. But now, the foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So,
Fine. I'll try.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You don't get...
I'll keep that in mind.
God be with you.
Hey, what face?
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, Howell.
I won't. What happened?
We might have pummeled his face. But don't get involved, Henry. We'll settle it on our own.
Wait, who exactly did you pummel?
Well, he kept on bothering us and... in a nutshell, it was his fault and we're not going to talk about it anymore.
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe he'd let you off the...
There isn't.
Don't be a twat, Fritz. The two of you are up to your necks in shit, and you're gonna play tough instead of seeing sense.
Go to hell, Henry. You and Elias. You're one as bad as the other.
If you say so, I'll leave it be. Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew gonna see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
God be with you.
God be with you.
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
That's all I need, Miller. About the mill.
Again, look lad, I stand by Thomas. If it was...
That's all I need, Miller.
Farewell.
I'm honored that you should come to...
So what do you think about the workers?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them...
I heard them say something.
So they're complaining, are they?
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing.
But you need the help anyway.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work...
But...
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they...
Of course.
I've
known them for a long time, and you can rely on them.
All right. If they keep their... Good luck to you.
About the mill.
Again.
That's all I need, Miller.
May the Lord watch over you.
Glad to fuck...
I sorted things out with him.
And when are we gonna pummel it?
There'll be no pummeling.
Well, you can shove that up your ass. Always taking Matthew's side, aren't you? I suppose he'll thank you for it. But I... Goodbye.
Hey, Henry.
I went and spoke with...
Don't tell me.
That's about right.
Yeah, that Thomas is...
Well, it seems there's nothing we can do to change.
Not a damn thing.
It took some doing.
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay here? He'll leave us be?
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish from here.
And that's it? I thought...
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But...
I'd like to ask about that... But never...
Well, get a job here as a hand and you...
And what does he do during the day?
Good one.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel.
So, he's clumsy.
Aye, but... God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
My respects to you.
Master Blacksmith, I think I know...
And what have you found out? Don't keep me on tenterhooks. Out!
He heats it up to red, 3 steps away from yellow, and then stops heating, says the Lord's Prayer, and quenches.
I'll be damned. That's pretty much what I do too. Except I just count.
I'm just saying what I found out.
That's as may be. But there must be something else he does differently if he does the quenching just like I do.
He said he repeats the tempering straight after, but only warming up the iron, so it never even turns red.
Tempering twice in a row? Why would he do that?
He said it happened by chance once, and he noticed it made everything stronger, so now he does it that way all the time.
Well, there's no harm in trying it out, is there?
Are you satisfied?
You did what I asked of you, so I'm at your service. God be with you.
So they let them be.
The parish priest, Father.
The very same.
Goodness me.
God save you. Go. And if he's really in as much...
Yeah! 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 Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Want to earn a bit of coin? He's here! This won't take long.
Yeah. 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 I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well, those were just idle threats, really. If they come and apologize, there's always a possibility of forgiveness.
God be with you.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
God be with you.
The Overseer sent me. You're to show me the place where the accident happened.
Like I've got time to spare to show you round. He should have done it himself. Why do you want to know, anyway?
And have you noticed anything else going on?
Of course. It's a construction site. Things are always going wrong. The men are always complaining and the work isn't being done fast enough.
So it's just like any other building work?
Essentially, yes. Occasionally someone brings in bad wood or a man cuts off his thumb and blames it on a bad omen. And then there's all these rumors going round.
I'd be interested to know what the men talk about.
Who's been stealing, which men from the monastery go to visit women, how the work's going, normal things. It's only the talk about the curse that's not in the normal run of things. And then there's that devil's skull they dug up.
You talked about the devil's skull?
I did. They say it was found in the hole dug for the foundation of the scaffolding. They moved it so it would do its harm elsewhere. But I wasn't there to see it, so I don't know.
And who might know more?
Shouldn't you be investigating the stone? Leszek's in charge of the scaffolding, so ask him if you really have to know. He might tell you something.
Who's stealing? Could someone be stealing the stone?
According to the rumors, everyone, from the abbot and the custodian down to the lowest laborer. It's like with whores and dice. There's no protection against slander. And something gets lost here and there, that's true. But nobody stole any stone. There wouldn't be any left if every man here started helping himself, would there?
Where's the scene of the accident?
It didn't happen on the main site. It was at the outbuilding next to the church, right under the long stairs before the entrance door. Ask my assistant who's in charge there. You'll easily recognize him. He dresses up like he owns them. God be with you.
Who's in charge of the place where the accident happened?
Me. I watch over everything here, and when necessary, I go to see my master. He is kept busy.
And are you responsible for checking it?
Yes. We tested what load they could handle and how much they crumbled during dressing. But some of them must have been more weathered than we thought.
Can you tell me something about the poor wretch?
Yadek, he was a decent person. You could
Did he have any enemies?
Kill him? You think someone threw that stone block on his head? If you're looking for...
Where were you when it happened?
I'm not even sure. Somewhere else. I ran over when I heard the screaming, and they were already...
Did you notice anything
No, I didn't. These things happen with great building works.
Some wild woman of the woods.
Not likely. We've already got all the wild woodland women at home ourselves.
The stone fell on him here. You can still see the marks. This has to be the stone that hit him. I'll take a piece of it. Maybe someone will recognize it.
God be with you, good sir.
I heard you found something.
It's true. I dug it up during work. I then ran away with it and got rid of it so the others wouldn't see.
And what was it that nobody was supposed to...
What do you think? A dick.
Here, on holy ground, in the middle of the monastery.
But it was outside the monastery walls.
Where exactly? Is there a...
Nothing but scaffolding. We started digging there to set foundation.
And are you sure it was a devil's skull?
I know what I saw. I can recognize a human skull. And this one had horns. Like the devil. Besides, that thing gave off a diabolical stink.
And where is it now?
I was taking it down to the river to throw it in. Take care now.
It looks genuine, but I'm not capable of judging.
Yeah!
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 What's that? Hey!
Jesus Christ be praised.
I found this skull. People are saying it's the skull of a demon, but I don't know.
It certainly looks like it, with the horns and all. Well, let's see. Those are deer antlers that someone's fixed to this human skull. It's not a devil, just a bit of devilry.
I'm glad to hear it's not the real thing. Someone must have put it there deliberately, knowing that's where they were due to dig.
And they put a lot of work into it too. The horns are held on tight, even though it was lying in water. Whoever did this was skilled bugger, and no mistake. Good luck to you.
I know.
What?
Of course, my dream.
Cabbage. Cabbage.
Right.
Read
That dream.
cabbage. Get it before it
And that's
goes
supposed to be
brown.
me.
Who else? What's your name?
Henry.
Henry. A powerful. So, Henry, are you?
First, tell me, who are you?
Me? I am an unworthy, low, and miserable servant of Providence. Scholar or merchant, believer or heathen. I wander the world without home or family,
Vegetables, fruit,
with only my
apples,
wagon,
cucumbers,
offering
onions.
miracles
Come get them.
to those that need them. That's who I am. Without home or kin, I wander this world with my wagon, providing the miracles that people need. Ointments, relics, aromatic herbs,
Garlic,
rare
carrot,
spices,
beetroot, onions,
talismans,
all that
and
grows in the
amulets
ground
for
fresh.
luck.
Come right
All
up.
these things I have.
Come right up. It's a feast for your eyes and your stomachs. It's hard to resist. You'll not find better meat anywhere.
Garlic, onions, mushrooms, and asparagus. Come right up. No need to be
Lard of
shy.
all kinds and scratchings that make your mouth water more than the finest cake.
What exactly does it entail, becoming your apprentice?
A lot of work and strenuous labor. Knowledge of medicine, theology, and white magic.
Mushrooms and
You have to
asparagus.
study
Come
the
right
great
up.
works
No
of
need
the
to be
ancients
shy.
and devote your time to understanding your fellow men, listening to them, and learn to read their souls.
That's a pretty challenging task.
That's why God has sent you. So what do you say?
Vegetables, fresh vegetables. Look, smell. Aren't they lovely?
All right, I'll be your apprentice.
Wonderful! Oh, glorious day! I have a successor in my work.
So, how do you plan to start training me?
With a test of your
Vegetables,
practical
fruit,
skills.
apples,
Oh.
cucumbers, onions. Come get them.
I have my eye on 3 rare objects of great value. But sadly, they're a little difficult to obtain.
It will still taste good. If your husband is murdered, our
Go on.
messages will be here. Come and get them.
First, I need a tooth of Saint Procopius.
Garlic, onions.
Then I'll need a
mushrooms, and
branch
asparagus.
from a topping
Come
out
right
hung
up.
on a
No
church.
need to be shy.
And finally, a talisman for luck from a passionate player.
Bloody hell, that's a lot. All right, one thing at a time.
Fatty, marbles, meats of all kinds.
About that tooth, it's going to be slightly more
Cucumbers,
complicated,
Lovely
isn't it?
cucumbers.
I know.
Asparagus and prunes.
Yes, it would be very difficult to gain such a rare relic, of course. That's why I have an alternative solution.
I'm listening.
A layman named Procopius lives by the monastery, and it just so happens, thanks to my intricate medical
Garlic
knowledge,
soup for the winter.
that I found out he
onion
has
soup
a
for the
sick
spring,
tooth.
Asparagus for taste and prunes for what ails you. Try them.
How did you find out he has a sore tooth?
As it happens, he told me at the tavern.
Come right
But
up.
that's not
It's a
important.
feast for your eyes and your stomachs. It's hard to resist. You'll not find better meat
And how am I supposed to get the tooth?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Garlic,
You'll have to
onions,
think of
mushrooms, and
something.
asparagus. Come
But maybe
right
you'll be
up.
able to
No need
persuade
be
him to
shy.
let the blacksmith pull it.
Wouldn't that be swindling people?
It is, and it isn't. If I sell that tooth as the tooth of Saint Procopius, then it certainly is deceitful. But if I sell it as a tooth from Procopius of Sasau, then I'm cheating nobody.
Does it really matter whose tooth I bring then?
Of course it does. The name Procopius in this holy land is shrouded with...
Fine.
Wonderful.
Come have a look. Don't be shy. You'll never see such
This
fine
You're not a carpenter.
No, I'm a black...
I see. Well, a topping out is a decorated spruce or a conifer tree.
That topping on...
Natural.
And how am I supposed to...
Damned if I know.
Very well.
Garlic,
player's...
carrots, beetroot, onions, all that grows in the ground, fresh. Come right up.
A cat's paw? Oh. How am I supposed...
I have...
Very well. I'll get looking for those.
Excellent! You do that, my journeyman.
Would you teach me?
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
Wouldn't you rather...
Well. Will you teach me?
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
Wouldn't you rather...
Well.
Asparagus, they'll cut you in half. And cucumbers, that'll cure what ails you. Come get them.